Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sam. I'm a GP. Welcome to my mental health presentation today. Today's topic is on anger management. As usual, before I begin my presentation, I just want to show my disclaimer. So, what is anger? Anger, by definition, is an emotional state. It is a state of feeling displeased, unhappy, or hostile towards a person, a situation, or a circumstance. By its very nature, anger is a reactive emotional response, which means that it is a reaction to an external stimulus. For example, a word that has been said, a deed that has been done, or an event that has taken place. And sometimes also to an outcome of an endeavor, such as a competition. By its very nature, anger is a very subjective matter. For example, two people may go through the same situation, and one gets really angry, while the other remains calm throughout the situation. Therefore, anger is very subjective. It depends on the perception of the person going through the situation. Anger can lead to all sorts of behavior. For example, raising your voice, banging on doors, throwing objects around. At times, even aggressive physical behavior towards others. And in extreme circumstances, murder and criminal acts have been reported to occur as a result of an impulsive, angry outburst. It is beyond the scope of this presentation to discuss anger involving a genuine physical threat to the body or a life and death situation. This presentation is more about everyday events that trigger a non-danger related, unnecessary, and oftentimes unhelpful anger response. Next, I will discuss why anger happens. As mentioned earlier on, anger is an emotional response to either a word, a deed, an event, or an undesirable outcome. It leads to a perception of being mistreated one way or another. Therefore, anger is usually an internal impulse in response to an external stimulus to take revenge or to get back at the person being responsible for the word, the deed, the event, or the undesirable outcome that leads to the perceived mistreatment in the first place. The following are situations that can lead to angry response. For example, you may think that someone is rude towards you, or people are racist towards you. Someone has treated you unfairly, or has taken advantage of you. And in some situation, you get angry because people hurt your ego. In other situation, people get angry because a partner has cheated on them. Someone has ripped you off. A friend has backstabbed you. Or someone has harmed you in some ways, intentionally. Or someone has abused you verbally. All of these situations can lead to an angry response. Before I move on to anger management, I want to discuss the disadvantage and disadvantages of being angry. First, I will start with advantages. Number 1, anger allows you to assert yourself, therefore reduce the risk of being bullied. Number 2, it allows you to confront an unreasonable circumstance and get it rectified as a result. Number 3, it allows you to get attention. In particular, for example, at a service counter when poor service is being delivered. Number 4, in the workplace, it allows you to get your employees to work more seriously and more diligently because of the fear of conflict with you when you get angry. And number 5, it allows you to intimidate a potential aggressor so that they back off and can potentially prevent a confrontation as a result. Next, I will discuss the disadvantages of being angry. While anger has got its advantages, it also has got many disadvantages as well. Number one, usually people start screaming when they get angry. Therefore, anger usually results in a shouting competition instead of solving a problem. Number two, anger being an emotional state leads to a loss of sanity momentarily. This leads to the use of abuse, attack, blame as a technique for argument. And in the process, we may unintentionally hurt people, sometimes the very people that we truly care about. This can result in irreversible relationship damage and permanent regret later on. Number three, being angry frequently makes people fierce and make people hate us too. This also leads to a loss of friendship and a loss of respect from others. And this leads to number four, which is loneliness. As people fear us and people are afraid of us, they leave and keep away from us. And as a result, we become lonely. And lastly, frequent anger outbursts creates enemies who might later on plot to harm you physically, one way or another, as they hold grudge and resentment towards you. Now that we have discussed the advantage and disadvantages of anger, we will now move on to anger management. You see, while anger has got its own strength, getting angry frequently actually has more disadvantages than advantages. Put it this way, life is short. If you make it to 100 years old, that is only 876,000 hours of life that you can live. If you spend your time and energy getting angry all day long, that is not good for you. One of the aim in our life is to spend our time and energy wisely. Therefore, being involved in a senseless argument is a waste of our precious life and our precious time. Spending time ruminating or repeating or replaying a situation in your mind and getting angry over and over again is also a waste of your precious life and will also contribute to the deterioration of your cardiovascular health, leading to things such as high blood pressure. So, how do we manage our anger? The first step to manage anger is to stay away from volatile people and situations as much as possible. Number two is to be aware of your own symptoms of anger. For example, hot flushes on your face, fast heart rate, trembling in your arms, in your legs. When you realize that these symptoms are coming, you should walk away from the situation as soon as possible. Tell yourself, don't let it spoil your day. You have better and more meaningful things to do in your life. Take a slow, deep breath in and try to relax. Number three, imagine yourself at the receiving end of your own anger outburst. How would you feel at the receiving end? This might remind you to calm down. Number four, think about the consequence of your anger or your angry outburst. Argument can lead to damaged relationships, damaged reputations, at times physical injury from a fight, and even death if a fight gets out of control. The next step to anger management is to learn a few skills, life skills that are very important. The first skill is what I call problem-solving skills. Always remind yourself, in any situation, you are there to problem solve. Don't get personal. If there is a problem, solve it in a peaceful and calm manner. Be part of a solution, not part of another problem. Learn to be proactive. This means that let go of your ego. Be problem and solution orientated. Without a huge ego, you are less likely to get offended and become angry easily. Next, learn to forgive and forget. Have a big heart. People are not perfect. We are not perfect either. So forgive people if they make a mistake. Also, do some self-reflection and some soul-searching yourself, and improve on your communication skill. Avoid condemning and criticizing people harshly. Don't put people down. Treat others as you would like others to treat you, with dignity and respect, not anger. Speak in a supportive and constructive tone, even if people make mistakes. If you do the above, people will reciprocate and treat you back with respect and dignity. The next thing to do is to exercise. Exercise is known to help with distress and help you to calm down and to burn away the extra adrenaline that might be circulating in your body. And finally, watch and imagine something funny. Fun adds colors to our life. It takes away the tense, the stress that we experience in everyday life as we go about our work, our study, and our job. In summary, life is short. One more moment spent in angry state means one less moment of happiness and peace in your life. Some people are not worthwhile of your time and energy. Just walk away. Angry outbursts is very stressful for you and for people around you. Just imagine yourself at the receiving end of your own angry outburst. Think about the consequence of your angry outburst. Improve yourself. Improve your problem-solving skill. Improve your communication skill. Let go of your ego and be kind enough to forgive and forget. And finally, de-stress with exercise and funny entertainment. Thank you very much for watching my mental health presentation. If you like my presentation, please kindly subscribe and share. Again, thank you. Stay alive, stay safe, and stay healthy. Many thanks. Have a nice day.